No? Chasing a jackrabbit. Anyway, good morning. Seeing a jackrabbit around makes me feel confident that there's probably not a coyote nearby. So I'll let them chase that. They'll come back. So I'm a lightweight. I can handle cold. I think it's 18 degrees out this morning. Look at how beautiful those skies are back there, though. Just gorgeous back there. I don't generally mind actually being cold. It's really funny, and as most of you know, 18 degrees hits different. It depends on if it's windy or not. And it is windy right now. I don't know why I'm not feeling it, or maybe it's died down since I left my house this morning about 20 minutes ago. But if it was 18 degrees and the sun was shining, I would say this is a gorgeous morning. Unless the wind was blowing. So anyway, I almost chickened out on the walk today. That's how much of a lightweight I am. And it's not because I'm afraid of any snow, because as you can tell, we got a little bit, and it's always nice to have a little bit of snow. But it's the wind. Did I mention the wind? I'm going to keep mentioning the wind. I'm a big crybaby. Anyway, since my husband and I have been thinking about going off grid, which started about this time last year, maybe a little earlier, that we started looking at land seriously, like wanting to buy. We abandoned the notion of wanting to live anywhere remotely close to people. There's just a lot of things that cause problems with neighbors, and I'm not interested in that going into this second half of life. I'm a big live and let live kind of gal. So we started looking for land about this time last year, and at the same time we started it's funny actually, here I go distracted again. There's a bird. We have so many of these thrashers around, and I've been walking this loop for probably a year or two now, since my dad moved to Florida. So I carry around these peanuts, and the thrashers love them. And so when I see one fly here into the cactus, then I'll just throw some peanuts down to the ground, and after I leave, it'll fly down and grab a couple peanuts. And I tell you what, I can't help it. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but anything to help out on a cold day. And those thrashers are pretty cool. Anyway, it's windy. When we started doing, I get so distracted. So when we started doing this journey, I started tuning into a lot of YouTube channels. And today I want to share those channels that I like the most and why I like them. And I might forget their names directly, but I'll make sure to post it here in the video if you're interested in giving them a follow as well. Come on, Days. And so the first one I'm going to mention is probably the one, it's a toss-up on who I like the most. And I'm gonna butcher her name. She's up there in, I believe, Nevada or maybe southern Colorado. You'd think I would know since she's my favorite channel, but it's not so much where she lives, but it's what she's doing out there. And her name is I think Liana, with her dog Akia. She's an amazing young woman who bought land, lives in her van while she's building. I watched her build her studio from the ground up. I've watched her start her house project. And I mean, she's probably a good, 20 years younger than me, but she's an inspiration and an amazing storyteller. And she has good taste in music. That should be important, right? So, anyway, my number one is Leanna and Akia. Aquila? I don't know. I'll put the picture here. My second one, and this is why it was so close, is Sigma 7 Off Grid. Daisy, let's just keep going. Sigma 7 Off Grid is once again a channel I've been following probably for about 7 months. They live in California, but I kind of believe in the same philosophies that they believe in. And I do like watching them. What does he say? Failing backwards is one of his common taglines. And they put up their entire solar array by themselves. I think they hired an electrician to wire it into their tiny home for them. And yeah, it's just been an amazing journey to watch them. And I'm curious to see where they're going. My third choice for my favorite off-grid channels is, and this is so different, is Simply Simone. Who can't love her? She makes me laugh. And in the end, aren't we all kind of wanting to be entertained? Sure, we want some education. I do too, you know. But at the same time, I don't mind a little entertainment. And she's a funny girl. And she's out there making it in Arizona. There's some others that I follow, not as intently, like No Rush Acres and yeah, you can see that these are not in my top at all. If they come on, I probably will give them a watch because, once again, their life is interesting to me. But I don't subscribe by notifications. So I subscribe, but I don't get the bell saying that they've posted. So No Rush Acres, he's pretty good. He works hard. And I do believe he is doing his best. I think he's in South Carolina or Georgia. So that might be another reason why I don't tune in as often. I tend to be attracted to channels that are closer to the area I live because we would have the same struggles with, water and heat and things like that. And cooling in the desert is really important. And we don't have the humidity issues, and Lord knows we don't have a forest to cut down. So watching somebody sit and cut trees all day is not my cup of tea. I also enjoy watching We Are Nomads. I believe that's the name of their channel. Man and his dad left Florida and moved out to Arizona and bought an abandoned ranch, I believe. And their channel's very interesting. I was more invested in them until they went back to Florida because his dad or somebody died, I don't know. And I was concerned that they were going to stay in Florida and never go back. And anyway, they're back in Arizona now, so I'll probably start tuning in again. So this is probably going to be the end of this video. I'm cold, and I just wanted to share that with you. And if you have any YouTube content creators that you think would be worth following that are down here in the Southwest. Oh, look at this. It's like a hot mess day. Well, every day at this time is a hot mess day, right? If you have any content creators on YouTube that you think are worthwhile following, and they're down here in the Southwest part of the United States or the West even, just, tell me what they are in the comments below and I'll check them out. I think I use YouTube as one of my biggest forms of entertainment anymore. It's really kind of strange, but I could have YouTube on all day and no more news media sources. And there's some shows that I tune into in the evening that I really like, but I don't know. Right now I'm rewatching Game of Thrones, so I don't know. There's not a lot of new stuff coming out that is grabbing my attention, so I tend to go back and watch the old stuff, or I watch people like you on here. So anyway, as always, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in on this cold Thursday morning. One other content creator that I forgot to mention, and his channel is absolutely interesting if you are looking at building a barn dominium out here. His name, or his YouTube channel is called Desert Willow Off Grid, I think, Desert Willow Ranch, and he's down here in New Mexico, and he built a barn dominium a few years ago, I think back in 2022, and he did document the entire build, more or less. You'd have to look at the shorts also and the long form videos, but I would recommend giving him a watch, just because it was a fascinating journey once again and process. So that was the first channel I ever watched, and I still talk to him sort of today, but he's a wealth of information, and for me anyway. So anyway, Desert Willow Ranch, give him a watch, and have a good day.